Foametics manufactures all forms of foam. Foams for insulating of buildings go from a half-pound density all the way to a 3-pound density. The one we're speaking of here is that we're going to be using here is a 1.8-pound closed-cell foam. It's formulated with industrial sucrose and castor bean oil. Imagine a spray paint that once it hits the surface, it expands to 30 times its liquid volume. When you're looking at R factor, which is resistance to heat, which is a standard increment that we're using right now, which won't be probably used in the future, it gives you an R 6.8 or greater per inch. Normal insulation is going to have average about an R 3.2. It's double the R value, but one of the best things about it is that it stops all airflow and all moisture drive through, which are two very important ingredients, which is 75% of the ER equation of the building. You're getting an extra 68% efficiency. You're going from a 68% loss factor with fiberglass to an 8% loss factor. Figure those in dollars and you can figure out you've got a 68-cent loss per unit. Now you have only an 8-cent loss. That's the biggest thing. But one of the things that we found over the last 20 years of doing this is the home becomes more comfortable when we start speaking of vapor drive. There is no vapor drive backwards or forwards through closed cell foam because it's 0.87 permeate. What does that mean? It's not like a vapor retarder or a vapor barrier. It is actually, imagine it like a cloaking device. The outside does not know what the inside is doing and vice versa. Now you will not, say you're living in Florida here in the summertime, you're not going to have a negative pressure when you make cold air in your building, having the moisture from the outside being forced in. The easiest way to explain that to the layperson is if they can remember the old refrigerators that used to frost up. And every 45 days in Florida, you could put your last pot pie in there and then you turned it off and you defrost it. Well, when we started putting 1.5 inches of closed cell foam in refrigerators in the 60s, they became frost free because now the outside does not know what's going on the inside, so it does not know to push moisture in.